In case you haven't noticed the theme here today, there's been a lot of kata that's been done. And kata really is one of the core principles and tenets of everything that we do in here. That people that study this sort of thing describe kata as a template to pass on knowledge to people. Back when there was no videotape and all that, you had to have a way of transmitting this physically so that you could remember it from one generation of student to the next generation. A particular fellow that is a very famous juggler and vaudevillian also calls kata a dance that hurts people, which I think is a very succinct definition. Kind of keeping in theme with Flora's talk about Itosu and his devising the Pinan katas to be used in schools. And so we all do them a certain way and all that. One of the really neat things about this school is a lot of ideas float in and out. People study different things. And one of the ideas that came in from a fellow we've been following recently is on the concept of what's called hikite, or pulling hand. So when you're a student in here as a white belt and as a black belt, you stand here and you work on this sort of thing. And a hidden technique in this omote technique is the hikite, pulling hand. So you're not only punching out, you're also pulling back. And when you're a younger student, we talk about that to help give you power. Well, there's also the idea that if you're in confrontation with somebody, you'd be grabbing something and pulling them in as you're punching. So what I'm simply going to do is take the very first Pinan kata, Pinan Shodan, and do two things to it. Number one, doing a variation that's called a hunto variation. When they were teaching these katas in schools, they would do them so that, if you have 50 kids in a courtyard, you have to keep them all organized. So if you're going to do something in one direction, you need to do it in the other side. And you need to do these so that they all more or less end in the same direction you're facing. You're going to end up with a bunch of kids up against a fence and bumping into each other and laughing and all that. So a hunto kata just takes the extra parts out of the form, which immediately makes it look like more of a fight. And then I'm going to just put together some bunkai or applications that focus on the use of the pulling hand and what it can do. So the cool thing about this is that there are so many ways you can study kata. And this is just off of one small thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the kata very slowly, and then with the assistance of our omnipresent uke, Cody, do a few techniques based on that. So this is Pinan Shodan, just the form, nice and slow. We're going to do it here. Yeah? Soft. Soft. So first, Cody will simply, in any direction, he'll just, and I should mention, so these are a collection of techniques, and you can think of them as individual techniques. It's not like everyone's going to be necessarily gaining in on someone at some time. Someone's going to take a high punch at it. Beginning kata, here's the hikite. And arm break with that palm heel and strike. On this side, grab, same pull, kick, punch, strike. Left punch, this way, and then what's the next thing that happens in the kata? Stepping heel and flipping over.
Yeah.
The third part on that is he punches again in what looks like a spear hand. Spear hand up under here, this way. Punches right, And then the grab. So grab, as in this point here, he's gone in, I've punched, turned him back, and then here's the turn. That 270-degree turn that doesn't always make sense. Last one, kick punch, and entering on the punch here for the last move. Thank you.